Hi everybody, in this video we're going to learn how to add textures to our design to make it look lifelike and realistic. I recommend that you add textures as the very last step to your design or as close to the last step as possible. If you add textures and you still build and have more to build, your computer will start to lag because the textures take up a lot of memory and a lot of processing power. Okay, so let's get started. To access your paints and textures, we're going to go over to the toolbox or toolbar and we're going to select paint. It's going to open up this menu right here. It has a few colors here by default, but where we want to go is this little spyglass that says browse. Click that, and this brings up all of the different categories of textures and paints that we can add to our design. We're going to start by texturing the windows because I think, to me, that's the coolest part. We're not only going to change the color of the windows of our house, but we're going to make them transparent and see-through. So select glass and mirrors. That opens up all these different options for glass and mirror surfaces. What we want to do for a window is we want to select one of these choices that has two tones to it. Kind of like this green. It says translucent, that means it's see-through. I like to select this translucent glass blue color. So I'm going to click that. And now I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to do my downstairs windows first. I'm going to click in that window, click there, and click there. And now it's turned that into a glass texture. And if I move my screen, you can see that we can actually see through the window now into the house. It's turned it into glass. Let's go ahead and texture all of the glass parts of our house with this glass texture. You have to be good at moving your camera as you do all this. And as you texture it, you'll notice that the house has an inside to it. You can actually see inside. Texture that. And if you've been doing the tutorial with me, don't forget about your sliding glass door back here too. Awesome. So now that we have the glass done, let's do the roof of the house next. I'm going to minimize this menu, and I'm going to go to the roofing menu. This has all the different types of shingles and roofing that you can add. I'm pretty boring. I'm going to go with this gray. You can pick any texture you want. I'm going to rotate and slide my camera so I can see the roof. And I'm going to click and texture the roof, and you can see this really starts to look like a house. I'm even going to do that front awning there. I could make a back awning for my patio too if I wanted to. Now what we're going to do next is let's do the siding for the house. So I'm going to minimize this, and we're going to go up to brick, cladding, and siding. This has all of the different textures we can use for the side of our house. You can decide if you want to have a brick house or a wood house that has siding. I'm going to go with siding, and I'm going to keep mine pretty boring and basic. We're going to go with this white siding. And now I'm going to click all of the textures that I want to have siding of the house. Maybe I have it there too. Don't forget the back and the sides. Okay. Next, we're going to add a little detail up here. I want to make this kind of I could leave it white, but I'm going to make it a dark black color. So I'm going to go to my colors. You can see we literally have every shade of the rainbow plus some. Maybe I'll do like a dark gray. I like this. And I'm going to color that trim right there. I think I like that look. And you know, I may even want to do that here. Let's see how that looks. No, I like the siding better. Let's undo that. Now we can do, I'm going to grab some wood, a wood texture to do the wood frames of the door itself, and the frames of the windows. So I'm going to minimize this, select wood, and first let's pick a wood for the door. Let's see how this works. That works pretty good. And now maybe I want to do a different wood to make the trim. Make the trim of the windows too. And remember, we're working in 3 dimensions, so if I really want to be detailed, I also want to trim the inside and outside of each one of these beams. It's going to take some fancy camera work to get it all textured. So you can continue doing that and texture all of the trim of your house. We're going to fast forward a little bit, and I'm going to tell you about how we do the ground of the house. But feel free to add detail. You can also like add some metal to the doorknob if you want to. Might be able to do that really quick. Select metal. Let's pick nice shiny metal. I can make that doorknob that color. All right, let's talk about doing the ground now. I'm going to go to my landscaping, fencing, and vegetation menu and open that. And let's pick a grass color for a nice lawn. You can see we have lots of options. I like this grass texture. I'm going to click in the main part, and look at that. Suddenly we have a lawn. Now we want to make the illusion of the pool here. To do that, I'm going to close that. I'm going to go to water. I'm going to select one of these nice water colors. I think I'm going to pick this. And now if I color all this, you can see it starts to make the illusion that there is some water in that pool. It's a really cool effect. Now I might want to go back to wood and make my back deck out of wood. Make those steps some wood too. You can see now our house is really starting to come alive with these textures. Don't forget to do the front here as well. And again, you can use stone if you want to. There's different types of rock and stone and brick that you can use for these textures. So yeah, maybe I want to do like a concrete patio too, or front deck. I can change that to concrete if I want to. You have all sorts of options for this. I can go back to the landscaping and pick some stones and maybe make a gravel path right there. And keep working on your textures, and before you know it, you're going to have a really good looking house.